That's right, Thabo. In fact, David Mabuza's address to the shop stewards of the Cosatu here in the Capricorn district covered a wide range of issues, really, from workers' issues as well as issues affecting the ANC and the tripartite alliance. He began really by speaking about the importance of Cosatu to the ANC, saying that the many achievements and the victories that the ANC has been able to achieve over the past years has actually been because of the support the ANC has received from both Cosatu and as well as the SACP. And as you rightfully pointed out, you also said that there is a need for the ANC and Cosatu really to sort of like to self-correct and also to reflect on some of the problems that the party as well as the trade union have actually been dealing with over the years, saying that the relationship between the two has actually at times been a rocky one. But he also really spoke about the issue of the ANC unity amongst the ANC and also the issue of fighting corruption. But I think, Thabo, what was also interesting though for me was hearing from some of the people, I would say the convener and the coordinator of Cosatu here in this district when they first spoke, really saying that the party does really need to reflect, especially coming back from the local government elections, where we know in some areas the party really performed dismally. And there was also a warning, really, if something is not done urgently, really, to look at what went wrong, this is what we're likely to see happening in the national government elections in 2020. But we've also heard, though, from Zingisa Losi, who's Cosatu president, saying that they cannot allow the ANC to fail, because the ANC is the only party that really represents, and that has been consistent. That's the word she used. She said it's been consistent in representing the working class as well as the poor. But of course, there's issue of internal squabbles within the ANC that she says they need to be dealt with. Thabo?
She speaks of a cosmetic unity, says we do not want a cosmetic unity, but also warns very sharply that the events that we saw in November last year with the local government elections could play themselves out nationally if they fail to defend the ANC.
That's right, Thabo. In fact, that's been the theme really in this gathering, that everything needs to be done really to ensure that the ANC is defended, that the ANC wins elections, and it just does not win. It must win with outright majority. Losi is saying that there's no government in coalition governments, saying that the people that are in coalition governments don't essentially represent the needs of communities, saying that the working class must ensure that they support the ANC and make sure that it does win with outright majority in the 2024 local government elections. We know, Thabo, that one of the many challenges that the ANC is facing really is the dwindling support nationwide. But David Mabuza, though, saying that he is actually pleased that the ANC here in Limpopo has actually done so well that it retained, the many municipalities that it previously governed as compared to other provinces. Thabo?
But what did she say, Malu, about the workers' issues? Issues like the public sector wage agreement, issues like the minimum wage, and of course PPE, and even possibly vaccine mandates.
Thabo, inside the venue where the Deputy President was speaking, there were placards on the wall with concerns of residents and of the workers, pardon me there. And one of the things that the workers had actually put up was that government needs to, or the country needs to move away with this labor brokering system. And we know that that's something that, you know, the working class has long been fighting government about. But also, Thabo, you're right, the issue, Zingi Salosi, bringing an issue that, you know, the workers have actually been fighting with government about, the issue of that wage agreement, the 2018 public sector wage agreement that was signed. Zingi Salosi is saying that workers must be given what's due to them, and saying that when government talks about their victories, they must also talk about that. They can only talk about that victory if they have implemented, you know, that wage agreement of 2018. Tabo?
Right, that's Malugelo Booi there for us, and of course he was watching very carefully what was coming out of that gathering where Deputy President David Mabuza was, and the keynote address there coming from Zingi Salosi, the President of Cosatu, on some key issues and why they will continue to support the ANC. You heard also the General Secretary of Cosatu, Beginjali Njali, saying this is not the time to abandon the ANC, and the ANC must be defended.